Hey guys, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is the last day of January. It's the 31st, 2015. Wanted to do a thing going back to the Ferguson protest and stuff like that. And I just recently saw some information I found out, and I thought this was kind of fascinating. You know who financed the organization of all those protests to the tune of $30 million? George Soros. Now, maybe some of you don't know who he is. He's a billionaire. Now, what interest would he have in financing that, which ended up turning into riots and looting? I think it's fascinating that these people want to... This is my thought on it, okay? So you would think, why would some rich old white guy want to finance protests of people protesting the police and trying to cause mayhem and disturbances and get everybody all agitated and fired up to the point where they would riot and do the different things that they would do? Why would what would his motivation be? And here's my thoughts on that. If you can hasten people fighting against each other, whites and blacks fighting against each other, okay? If you can get that going, then what can you do? Well, you can declare martial law, and you can crack down on everybody and have total and complete control. That makes a lot of sense to me, because, you know, who controls most everything anyway? Those type of people like George Soros, the Koch brothers, you know, these billionaire people that want to have total and complete control over everybody. So if you can have it where we lose even more of our freedoms because we're so stupid that we're fighting each other instead of fighting with the real issues that are out there, you know, then and it's a distraction as well, of course. You know, it's if we focus on doing this type of stuff and agitating the public and continuing the hatred against whites and blacks against each other, then we'll never focus on what the real issues are or the real problems. So I find that fascinating, you know, that somebody like him would do that. But there's a motivation behind it, you know, and it all comes down in the end is control. And it's amazing to me that more people are not aware of or realize what these freaking people are doing. They want to control every aspect of what we do. And until we can stand up and speak for ourselves and have independent thought and stop the hating, and I know that like the Koreans and the blacks, they don't like each other, the Asians and the blacks don't like each other, and then you have the Spanish and the blacks want to fight each other, and then, you know, the whites don't like the blacks, they don't like the Asians, they don't like, you know, it's so ridiculous that we're all intermingling, fighting each other, instead of focusing on what the real problem, which is the government. The government is the real problem. They're manipulating and controlling people at the behest of the rich is what they're doing it for. I mean, the rich basically control things. You think the president's in charge? Absolutely not. He answers to somebody too, with a lot deeper pockets. So it's just amazing, these people that, you know, it'll take $30 million to organize the Ferguson protest, to cause the agitation and upheaval and get people all worked up. And it obviously worked, you know, to a degree. It sure didn't help race relations, that's for sure, you know, but or the relations with the police departments. It's crazy. I mean, the manipulation is just unbelievable, and I can't believe more people don't see it. So please let me know what your thoughts are, what you think of this whole situation and what these people are doing. And, you know, people, wake up, man. I mean, really, seriously, let's stop fighting each other and focus on what the real problem is, you know. That's what we need to do. All right? Thanks for listening. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.